Lexus is playing its cards right, it seems, by introducing hybrid models to India in an effort to be future ready. We tell you how the new ES 300H feels to drive.
They say luxury is a state of mind, but with me today I have a car, or rather I have two cars which signify luxury to a different level. These are the newly launched Lexus E300s, and both of these cars which you see here are exactly the same apart from the color. So I have been asked to make a choice of which one I want to drive today. So considering I am wearing blue, I think I'll pick this one up.
The new ES is based on Toyota's Global Architecture K platform. As a result, the ES is now 60mm longer, 45mm wider than the 6th generation model. It also sports a wheelbase which is 50mm longer. Not just that, Lexus has used lighter yet stronger material in the chassis. As a result, chassis is now 60 kg lighter.
Now, Lexus has a very unique design philosophy, and it's more about sportiness as far as I am concerned. But as far as the performance is concerned, this car packs in a lot of punch. For example, these headlamps, they look nice, they have integrated daytime running lights out here, but they are adaptive types. So the moment if you are driving in high beam and there's an oncoming traffic, it will automatically switch to low beam. So that's a very nice feature, and it should be made mandatory in India. Apart from that, this chrome grille looks just beautiful. I just love the way Lexus takes care of this design element in this car. A nice bold badge in the front, and you know, it's unmistakably a Lexus the moment you see the car in your rear view mirrors.
In profile, the ES300H looks the part thanks to the sweeping roof line, which is in sync with the overall sporty overtones. The roofline sweeps back into the short boot, and there is a spoiler too. The taillights wrap around the rear fender, and overall the ES is quite a looker. But there is more to the ES than what meets the eye. The boot operation is also very unique.
But the Lexus offers a lot of unique features, as I always told you. One more feature which is very interesting is the boot. Well, it is not exactly the boot, but how it works. So say for example, you've come back after your shopping and you have a lot of bags, a few Gucci's, Armani's or whatever, and you need to put them into the trunk. How do you do it? It's very simple. You give it a kick. The moment you give it a kick, it starts opening. But if you want to stop it there, you just give it another kick and it stops. And then when you want to close it, you do a third kick. The boot comes down. If you want to stop it anytime, you can by kicking it one more time.
The interiors of the new generation Lexus are in sync with the exteriors. The dash is a symphony of beautiful materials, and there is a massive LCD screen, beaming a gamut of information for the driver.
The dash looks really nice and unique, and you get this huge display which tells you all about your car's performance. Like as you can see, this is a hybrid. So it's showing how much charge is going to the batteries and what the engine is doing right now. But if you want, you can come back to the main menu and operate using this toggle thing out here. It's like a touchpad. It's a very sensitive touchpad. So you can scroll on this and go to the required menu. There's a little EV button out here. Now, if you press this EV button, the batteries take over, and while you are creeping in traffic or things like that, or parking maybe, your car is driving on the battery. Now this lasts for a very short while, but it's a very unique feature which helps make this hybrid a much more greener car as compared to the others.
The leather used in the cabin is also one of its kind. Master craftsmen have worked tirelessly to create minor creases so that it grips to the screen as well. However, no matter how much we tried, we failed to feel the creases, but surprisingly could see them.
Now, what does this rear section of the car offer? Let's start with the armrest, which comes down like so. Now, we have individual controls for the aircon system as well as the ventilated seats. These are a little old school, like looking at the front, it's all touch, it's all a digital affair. So I would expect that whole feel to come at the back. But Lexus has chosen this kind of a format, which works well. It's something which will not make you uncomfortable. Nice long switchgear. What this car also offers is a recline of 8 degrees on the backrest of the seat. So if I press this button out here, if you can notice, my seat back will adjust. Now say for example you're coming back after a long day at the office and you want to relax, you can just press this button, the seat reclines, and I assure you that this is a very comfortable place to be. Now when we are talking about comfort and space, we generally see the requirement of more room for your knees, maybe stretching out or something. So what Lexus is offering is a set of buttons out here. So what you can do is you can increase the room by pressing these buttons.
The Lexus ES 300h also packs in a lot of technology to make it greener and more efficient. The car is powered by a 2.5-litre petrol motor, which works in conjunction with a permanent magnet motor, which is good for 88 kilowatt and 202 Newton meter torque. Power is fed to an electric motor via batteries, and they can be recharged in a variety of ways. The power is sent to the wheels via an eCVT or electronic continuously variable transmission. There are also multiple drive modes to suit various driving styles.
The ride quality is sublime when you are at slower speeds. However, the same soft suspension makes the car a bit wallowy when you are doing really high speeds. And by high speeds, I really mean high speeds, not like 80 or 90. It's above what you would normally drive. The steering at the same time is nice. It's very responsive. It gives you that ample feedback, and it's not very heavy at the same time. However, a little bit of jiggly wiggly on the steering wheel at high speeds and you will feel the soft suspension and how it's different from a stiff suspension. So overall, I would rate this car really highly, and of course you get that exclusivity when you buy a Lexus.